Mission Stories is a 6-week process for groups of people who want to explore how they're engaging with the mission of God in their community. It helps people understand, discover, explore where things are happening, what has happened up to now, finding out what's going on in their community. It's a process of inspiration where people are inspired by stories from around Queensland and Australia, and also finding ways of exploring their own stories, going and finding the stories that indicate what God is doing. The video that we show in each of the sessions provides people talking about their own experience, and also we've taken it beyond talking heads, we've taken it right back to where people are. So for example, a farmer in the rural area around Emerald, going to Papua New Guinea and then coming back and taking a group of teenage boys and their parents through to Papua New Guinea himself. So we film the story of Andrew out on his farm. We talk to the young boys as they prepare at the church. We talk to the minister in the backyard. It's right there in the context. Another example is Ashmore, where we interview the people who run an op shop in the op shop and find the story of what's going on, inspiring them as a community. We show the op shop fashion show held in the church, where people demonstrate what's going on in the shop and explore what it means to be a compassionate, generous community. Each of the sessions involves Bible study, it involves telling the stories that are happening, it involves prayer, it involves research and planning. So at the end of the 6 sessions, people have a really good understanding of what they already have, and also the capacity to shape what they're doing now for the future. I think one of the biggest things that Mission Stories offers a group of people is developing a shared language. So when we talk about mission, we know what we're talking about. When we talk about being a gospel community, that makes sense because we've explored the Gospels and found a way of living out the call of Jesus as a community. We have a way of exploring what it means to grow disciples out there in the world, not just in church. We think about what it means to find partners in the community, people who might work with us in doing what God is doing, and we find a way of connecting with particular peoples that God is placing us around. And finally, there's a way of holding it all together so that there's no sense of evangelism here and social justice over here. We find all the things that we're doing and respect one another and build it into a whole vision. What I really hope is that through this process we find people develop intelligent vision and courageous action. I think Mission Stories shows people the power of story. It shows people how if we don't tell those stories of people at the grassroots, we lose our energy, we lose our inspiration. And if we do tell those stories, people are given courage to keep going, and people are reminded about the importance of their own life, their own discipleship, their own way of connecting with the community.